Welcome back to the channel. It's your Wednesday update video. We've been pumping out the videos this week. I know the Universal video, just something we did with my kid, and thought that would be just something fun to do. Sure, it threw my algorithm off, but a few announcements this week. We do have the new merch finally. Here's the new shirt design featuring our Element truck, or Eric's Element truck, with the Saxton paint job. That is available now, along with everything else you'll see on the website. Hoodie, t-shirt, black, white, plus a decal sheet that matches the purple. Every time we do a shirt or a design, we try to coincide it with a set of decals that match it. So go check out the website. Check out the links below for that. And other than that, we got no work done to the track. Brian made us some ramps last week for the off-road track. I did grind the seam down in the floor, made it a little bit better. Have not tested it yet. We're going to test it tonight. I did take the 2 corner markers I had that we used to use in the parking lot back in 2020, and I cut them down to size just for temporary use, just to get a little video in tonight. We're going to try the Losi NASCAR out on the indoor track here and see how that does. We got a few obstacles. We got 2 lawnmowers and a couple leaf blowers in the way, but we're going to try it anyways. I don't have this one charged up tonight, but definitely going to run the NASCAR. I think it's going to be well suited for these, but that bump had to be done for we run the 1RCs on there. All right, let's throw a battery in the old NASCAR. Let's go fast and turn left, and then stay tuned. Once we get done, we'll have that hobby shop tour footage, and I'll have to do a little voiceover because I was walking around in the mall by myself, and a little weird to be talking to yourself in the mall. But anyways, let's hit the track. All right, guys, we just kind of mocked up a generic oval here. I had a piece of PVC tied in the middle, and then you could connect it, and you could make the track as long as you needed to, adjustable when we did the parking lot thing. But for tonight's purpose, I'm not going to keep this because it's not very flat. It's 5 years old. It's all warped up. Probably going to get some sheet plastic. I think there's some on Amazon. It's like 1/16 of an inch or something. Basically like Lexan sheets, but it's kind of a white plastic. So we'll make our ice. We will make corners. This is going to be an off-road track too, not just oval. I do want to build, maybe whenever I have time, which I don't have time, I want to build a wall right there. Not really a wall, but like a 3-foot half pipe. And that would be like a wall ride or a banked corner. Not necessarily for the oval cars, because the bank corner for the oval cars would be huge. It would have to come out and transfer. I'm thinking just basically a half pipe at the end of the straightaway, something in 2 pieces that I can move and change around. We can put it against the wall to block a toolbox. We can put it over here to block the studio. I want to make it kind of modular, but yeah, we have made no progress. We got a lawnmower in the way. We got a beach cart, another lawnmower, and some leaf blowers. So this is going to be like the dangerous oval here with no outside barrier. So stay tuned. Let's break the car out. All right, guys, first off, we're going to start at 50%. These radios have 50, 75, and 100. I believe 50 is going to be the way to go for racing. And as you can see, our ice is all warped up, so we're definitely going to get some plastic a little bit flatter, because you will catch an edge with the bumper. And as you can see, the bump's still there. It's not quite as bad, or it's just not as bad on a bigger car. I don't mind it. I like a little character. It's not upsetting the car too much. It's definitely drivable, so I think we'll be okay. I'm trying to drive in the video. Trying to get you some of that action. Not be all just standstill like running into a bucket. All right, guys, that's enough fun with the 50%. We're going to skip right past 75 and go straight to 100. The edge is knocked off the battery, so we're not getting a full effect, but it definitely becomes a little bit of a handful here with a little extra horsepower. I noticed after a few laps, after just to get in my rhythm there, the bump didn't upset you too much. It actually helped you set up for the corner if you hit it just right. And coming out of 4, it helped you set up for going into 1. All right, we're in lap mode. Let's see what it looks like. All right, guys, we're fresh off the track, and lint report, there is none in the car. Only thing on here is some dust from the last time I drove it in the parking lot. And the tires come off kind of polished. We didn't put nothing on them, just right off the shelf. Proved to be pretty awesome, I think. It's going to be a lot of fun. We get a couple guys out here. Definitely 50% is the way to go. I did crank it up to 100 there towards the end. Battery was, the edge knocked off a little bit. And even with that, it was like jumping like double horsepower. If you're out there by yourself, it's pretty fun because it's a challenge to be able to keep it on the track. Car's a little bit loose on power and tight when you're rolling into the corner. So it's definitely drivable. You can kind of drift around the corners. Definitely want to replace that ice. I'm going to actually get some ice, the plastic, because that wood right there with an edge and with it all warped up, the car is catching it a few times, and that's not cool. So we're going to replace that. Hopefully we'll have some of that next week. But like I said, report no dust, no lint, so not a problem. That carpet was like 62 cents a square foot. That was like $150 for a 12 by 20, and that's plenty of room for these little cars. It's going to be tight with the Losis. Our bump's a little bit better, not great. I don't mind it with these at all. It's just a little bit of character in the track, and not every track has to be snowbirds perfect. It might be too much for these. I'm not sure yet. I'll maybe try those next week. So we're running tight on the schedule. We've been pumping videos out left and right this week. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Can't wait to get a couple guys out here to at least rub fenders with a little bit. At 50%, I think that's going to be the way to go. So that's proven. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this week. Don't forget to check out the links for the new merch. The shirt looks pretty cool with the crawler. And what else we got going on? So stay tuned for our little hobby shop tour. Mr. Personality here wasn't the best at talking to the guys in the public there. It's a little weird walking in a store holding your camera in their face without being pre-announced. I did leave a few stickers with them. That was so we did make some contacts, I guess. The second hobby shop we went to, that thing was amazing. So stay tuned for that. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. And hit subscribe while you're there. And don't forget to hit the links. And we'll see you Sunday. Thanks. All right, guys. Here's the first voiceover section of the video. This is Hobbytown in Tampa. We were in town for a few days visiting family. And I had a few hours to kill. So I went out and found me some hobby shops. This is a typical hobby town. They got a lot of stuff. I was looking for some vintage stuff. Found some vintage axial wheels here. They did have an entire section of associated old B4, T4 stuff. I wish I would have hung around and dug through it a little bit. But I didn't have a whole lot of time, and I was searching for another store. So stay tuned for that one. And it is here at the University Mall. This is near Busch Gardens in Florida and Florida University. This hobby shop was amazing. First off, you had to be let in with a rope, understandably. It was in a mall, but look at their inventory. It's crazy. All the parts, rightfully so, are behind counters. They had plenty of help, although you may not see it in this video. Several guys were coming around asking if I needed any help. I actually spoke with the owner for a little bit, and he's a really cool guy. And check out these custom build Clodbusters. Some half-cut Traxxas cars, Losi NASCARs, Losi Sprint. There is a couple local tracks, and DFD-RC is not too far away. They have a dirt oval. They run the Losi class and several others. Associated stuff, another custom build, one of the CEN trucks. Parts, accessories, hop-up stuff. All the associated vintage stuff on the rack here. They have one of each. On to the center aisles, pretty cool Kyosho collection or selection. Losi I guess the Losi bikes. Some of the kind of the off-brand stuff, like the military, this really scale-looking stuff. They had a lot of that. More parts, more accessories. And what still blows my mind off to the left right here is a huge selection of crawler parts. It just seems so odd to me that crawling is that big of a deal in Florida because everything's mostly flat. But we did go to EXO, and he's got the crawling course. There's some of the scale military vehicles. It might be FMS stuff. Then next door, they own a toy store. I didn't film the toy store, but in behind the toy store, you got this. Mini Z Racing. Got a live RC going on the big screen there. They just had a few guys there practicing. Nice little driver stand. Super nice size Mini Z track. We still don't have one of those. My brother's got a couple of them, but I haven't got one yet. I got one when they first come out many years ago. But yeah, very cool. This is definitely going to be a destination the next time we go down. And maybe we'll have something to play with next time. Every time we go on vacation, I get things out of sync, and I can't ever get there on race day. But here's a little quick trip through the mall. There's the toy store next to the hobby shop. And this store down here just tripped me out. I thought it was funny. And like typical malls here lately, there's like 3 stores in it. But this store down on the right, it was just funny. It was like nothing but high heels. It was chrome and gold. It was hilarious to me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I appreciate you hanging around. Again, hit that like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you Sunday. Thanks.